Hello, my lovelies. Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn, earth signs. This is going to be your December monthly reading. This one is going to be for the collective of all the earth signs. Come January, we're going to have your year ahead. So predictive, each one will be sign specific. So all 12 zodiacs will have their own energy, their own reading for the whole year ahead. I like to do the predictive ones at the beginning of the year, and then you can always go back at the end of the year and rewatch it and see what happened. What did I predict that happened for you? So those ones are fun and exciting. So let's see what's going on for us for the month of December. What's happening for Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn as we close out the year? What's the energy? Ooh, my aura is magnetic to golden opportunities. These remind me of gold medals, right? Like the Olympians get if they get first place, right? I feel like you guys have always felt like you were last, right? Last part of the zodiac for some of you, like Capricorn. I feel like there is this need to come in first place. And I feel like you're going to gravitate or be kind of energetically pulled and tethered to these golden opportunities, right? Something is changing in your energy by the end of this year that aligns you with these golden opportunities. Spirit's calling you towards your mission work, okay? And hiccups for confirmation. So I do feel like Spirit is calling you to step up to the plate of what you signed up to do prior to your incarnation. They've been affecting my throat chakra a lot today, so there's lots of things coming to the surface. I almost get the sense looking at this card, do you see how this is kind of like a shooting star falling to the earth? You might be a star seed. You might be somebody who really is here with like a double mission where you have your own soul purpose for what you're here to do. And then you also might have a bigger purpose of helping the collective in some way. I'm somebody who resonates with being a starseed. So the work that I do for the collective, the energy work that I do is part of my soul mission work, my calling, the reason why I'm here. And then I have personal goals that I also am here to achieve. So that might resonate with you as well. Spirit would like you to keep your mind clear as much as possible because your mind is an altar to source energy. So your thoughts become things. So we want to try and keep those as positive as possible. I know we're all human and we don't always think everything is so positive, but try your best, okay? And if you realize that you're veering off course into a negative area or you're overthinking, then snap out of that and start replaying positive events instead, okay? So I feel like your third eye is also going to be activated as well as your crown chakra. So your third eye sits right here and your crown up here. You might have some tingling, some buzzing. You might all of a sudden have a certain knowing, things like that. You might have thoughts or downloads that kind of guide you towards something that you need to explore. So pay attention to those. And some of it is healing, generational wounding, trauma, curses, whatever you want to call those. We all have a little bit of that. So you might be here trying to help your family lineage break some of those. That's one of my personal mission works that I'm here to do. So shadow work is incredibly important. I do offer those for personals if you ever want one. It's a tarot reading. And so what that's doing is that's healing your lineage forwards and backwards. So future generations, current and past, and it heals them. So I feel like you have a lot of stuff that you're trying to work through towards the end of the year. And I feel like you're going to kind of walk into 2026 with a clean slate and a fresh start. Ooh, courage and bravery. So I do think it's going to take a lot of courage, but I feel like you're going to face those fears head on. I feel like you're going to be brave. You're going to take action where it's needed, and that puts you in alignment with these magnetic golden opportunities. Watch for signs and reminders from Spirit, okay? It could be anything. I always tell people that if you want a specific sign, ask for it. I ask for specific signs for my spirit team all the time, and I have for as long as I can remember. I also have a new course that you guys can purchase. It's about how to connect to your guides and your angels. It's $100. It's 4 videos. Once payment's received, I send you the links and you watch them at your own pace. So I feel like really, really important that you're paying attention to the signs that Spirit is giving you. A week or so ago, I posted a few pictures on the community tab of a receipt. My son had gone to the movies, bought popcorn, brought some back, and all the numbers on there were like repeating numbers, 4144, and then like a really huge one with 333, 444. What is Spirit telling you? Do you see specific signs? Are you seeing like butterflies? Are you seeing dragonflies? Are you seeing winged creatures, birds? Are you finding feathers? Are you seeing rainbows? Are you seeing any number of signs? It could be music that's playing. Spirit is trying to get your attention. If you keep seeing the same sign or the same thing over and over again, look that up and see what the spiritual significance is to figure out the message. Spirit also wants you to give yourself some ease and grace, right? You're doing a lot of really difficult work energetically, so make sure that you also ground, meditate, clear, and recharge, okay? It doesn't all have to be done in one day, 1 month, or 1 year. It might take you several years to really overcome some of these challenges, and that's okay, as long as you're doing the work. And that's what helps you to come into alignment with these blessings and opportunities, as well as being your most authentic version of yourself. And you could be working on some inner child healing. This one I really find really cute. She's holding a little baby in her arms. So I feel like Spirit has your back, okay? I feel like you might be doing some things to embrace healing your inner child. And what that translates to is, think of it as the youngest version of you, okay? So prior to puberty, your inner child, the little one of you, and all of the needs that maybe weren't met in childhood, you start to give those to your adult self now, which fuels that inner child. It heals it. So maybe it's you have wounding in teenage years, right? Maybe it's young adulthood, whatever it happens to be. You're healing that aspect of yourself by giving those things, those needs, not just wants, maybe some of it's wants, but needs back to that inner child. And Spirit is encouraging you to heal those woundings because it translates into adulthood. Sometimes we harbor these things for generations and we don't even realize it until we start to address it. So I do feel like Spirit is encouraging you to work through some of these woundings. What do we need to know from infinite love? That you are worthy of great love, right? And by healing, that opens doors of opportunity for new love to come in. You showed me how to really love. Maybe it's Spirit that's showing you how to really love. Maybe it's another person. I do think that somebody's questioning, how are you fine? You know, sometimes I feel like we meet people and they look like they have everything together on the outside, right? Especially on social media. But somebody might really be struggling on the inside behind the scenes. So you never really know what somebody's going through unless you find out firsthand. So they might question, after you've healed some of these things, how are you fine? How did you survive all of those things? How are you still upright? How are you still functional? How did you survive all of these things? Your testimony is something that Spirit will use in order to encourage others to work through these obstacles that they're currently facing. They keep affecting my throat chakra today in like 3 of the readings that I did for you guys. So I feel like even if your voice cracks, even if you feel vulnerable, even if you feel afraid, Spirit's going to help you to overcome these things. And so some of you, your mission work might be to publicly address some of these things. So maybe you're called to things like public speaking, outreach programs, working in your community, things like that. But I do feel like Spirit's going to align you with these opportunities, so be open to those. I am strong and attract success, absolutely, especially after healing. I radiate unconditional love because you are worthy of great love. This is my year at 9/11, well, on the timer. This is my year. So 2026 is going to be a pivotal year for you for growth. I am walking in my purpose. See, exactly that. I feel like the people that you're going to encounter in 2026 and beyond are going to be mesmerized. They're going to be fascinated with your story. So I feel like you might want to start figuring out how to tell that, because Spirit is going to use you. They're going to use you in the best way possible to help others. And that's part of what you're here to do. An unexpected offer leads to more. There could be some love coming in for you guys this next year as well from December on. What's happening for Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn? What's going on? Oof, Wheel of Fortune and the Lovers. See? Love and money. Good luck. Very, very good luck coming in. But you're going to have to decide, right? Do you want it or not? Because it's an opportunity. It's going to take some teamwork to make the dream work. So collaborate and work well with others. But you're going to have decisions. You need to be selective, okay? Just because an opportunity presents itself doesn't mean it's right for you. So sit with it for a little bit. Decide, is it worth your time and investment or not? And if not, say no. It's okay because there's more opportunities that are coming in. I do think that you're a little bit burnt out, especially from all the things you're going to be working through. So take some time for you. Make sure you ground. Make sure you rest. I do think your walls are super high. That's another obstacle you're going to be learning to keep it up for the wrong opportunities, but you're going to be able to kind of open a door for the right opportunities. So this is a fantastic time for you to start planning or setting some goals for the next year. So this will be for December. So what do you want happening in 2026? Short, medium, long-term goals. Figure out a game plan. Maybe you don't have all the answers right now. Figure out what it is that you want first and how do you plan on achieving that. Money, it looks like, is one of your goals for December and forward. So trust your instincts and intuition. You're going to be guided towards new opportunities. What was I saying? Opening the door. See the pathway there? Spirit's about to open a door for you for financial blessings and opportunity. Lots of them. So inheritance, pay raise, lottery win, signing of contracts, legal agreements. You might be signing a contract for, they're telling me, a world tour. That won't apply for everybody. There's going to be potential for advancement financially in a really big way. Wheel of Fortune, 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. You're about to have a lot of success. Okay. So healing is the key to that. So I feel like, by you healing all of these insecurities, the pain, the generational curses, cycles, you're about to come out on top, and they're telling me be the cream of the crop. Interesting. What else do they need to know for December? Spirit, what's going on for December? Yeah, 10 of Pentacles again. Okay, so you're coming into some sort of wealth here. It's going to break generational cycles of poverty for a lot of you. Like more money than you know what to do with. More money than you could spend in one lifetime, blessing you and future generations, right? Because you're healing the lineage. You're ending that cycle. It's ending with you so that forward future generations don't have to struggle. So shift your perspective. See that not all hope is lost and things can change for the better if you're willing to trust the universe and take that leap of faith and go in a new direction. Look before you leap. If it's not for you, it's not for you. There will be a better offer. I'm telling you that inner work is the hot ticket, okay? So shadow work, needing time alone, reflection. It's Virgo energy, right? The hermit. But you're coming out of this really dark phase. I feel like you're finding your confidence, your independence, doing things your way, right? It doesn't have to be the way everybody else did it or didn't do it, but you are guided by your intuition. So let spirit lead you where you're supposed to be, towards your manifestations, right? Towards these positive things. Be cautious of like jumping too soon, right? We're still in all these retrogrades. And so we want to be careful going forward that we think about things logically. Be careful of people who are like cold authority figures. They might have a lot to say about things. So if it's something that's really personal, maybe you don't tell your boss about it. You know, something like that, but think logically. I do think you're going to recover financially. You could also be recovering from injury, illness, surgery. You could be leaving somebody out in the cold, right? Cutting things off that aren't good for you. Closing a chapter once and for all, right? At the end of the year. I do think the world is telling you that you're going to travel. I was channeling something and now I forgot something about traveling or international. You could be traveling abroad. That might be something that you're called to do as well. And then plan or set some goals for the future. So really important that you start planning or setting goals now. And Spirit's going to advise you what the baggage is that you need to let go of. So you've been carrying a lot of burdens, okay? Generationally, Internally, I feel like you have a lot of things kind of weighing you down, and Spirit's advising that you figure out what you're going to let go of. They want you to energetically clear your space of things that don't serve your highest good anymore. People, places, things, relationships, all of those things might need to change. I do think that some of you are actually moving, okay, physically moving. So you may need to pack your bags towards the end of the year. Maybe you're moving homes, maybe you're moving states, continents, I don't know. But I do think that there is movement, and that movement is setting you up for the blessings to come in. So it's going to be an interesting month of December for you, but I feel like it really, really benefits you all the way across the board. The one thing I don't really see for you in the month of December is love. There's not a whole lot of love cards out here. We have the 7 of Cups. Let me see, is there any other cups out here? 5 of Cups and 7 of Cups. So shifting your perspective and making wise choices when it comes to love is going to help you. But I feel like you're more focused on practical things right now and healing, which is incredibly important as well. The love comes later, I feel like, but you've got to almost set yourself up for success first, and then all the other things will start to find you. Have a wonderful month.